One-pot meals are a real time saver in the kitchen. Try this tasty vegan quinoa and tofu dish. I'm Susan Bowerman, registered dietitian, and for this dish I'm going to start with just a little bit of olive oil in a pan. It's heated over medium-high heat. And in the oil I'm going to saute some vegetables. I've got a grated carrot, and I've also got a couple of spring onions that I've chopped. I just want to saute these for a couple of minutes so they soften a little bit. And now that they've softened a bit, I'm going to add my quinoa. Now I'm using white quinoa. You can use red or black or a blend if you want to. And I'm going to stir this up just to get it coated a little bit with the vegetables and the oil. Now, since I wanted this recipe to be vegan, I'm using a vegetable broth, and the one that I chose is a mushroom broth. And since I had already heated it up, it's coming to a boil pretty quickly, and that's what I want. And before I put the top on, I'm going to add just a little bit of soy sauce, and I'm going to add a pinch of white pepper. Give that a little stir. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cover this and I'm going to let it partially cook before I finish the dish. So I'm going to put the cover on, turn the heat down to low, and I'm going to let it simmer for about 10 minutes. So it's been about 10 minutes and my quinoa is about halfway cooked. So now I'm going to finish off my dish. I brought in the other ingredients that I need. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my protein and I'm going to add my vegetables. So first I'm going to lay on top some roasted tofu. Now I roasted this ahead of time, but you don't have to do that. If you want to, you can just use regular raw tofu and that would be fine. But I'm going to just lay this on top, and I used just one block of tofu for the dish. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these broccoli florets. These are raw, I didn't do anything to them, just gave them a little rinse, and I'm going to tuck them in between the tofu. And that way I have my protein, I have my grain, and I have my vegetable all in one dish. And that looks like about enough. And now I'm going to cover it. We're going to cook it for 10 more minutes and then we'll be done. It's been 10 more minutes and my dish is finished. Let's take a look. The broccoli's perfectly cooked, the tofu's done. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add just a little burst of flavor with some garnish. I'm going to pour on top a little bit of lime juice. I'm going to add just a drizzle of sesame oil. I'm going to use some fresh cilantro or coriander. And the last thing I'm going to put on top is just some white sesame seeds. It's ready to serve.